Americans stranded. This is Law and Society. Welcome. Please subscribe. I am informing you about the fact that Americans in the Middle East now find themselves stranded. While the United Kingdom, Italy, and other countries are helping their citizens return home or repatriate, the United States has politely let its citizens know that it won't help them to get back home. In a post by an Assistant Secretary of State on X, they posted that American citizens should leave a host of countries in the Middle East through commercial means. The State Department is not providing any assistance to American citizens to be able to relocate because the State Department doesn't have the resources since the Trump regime gutted the department and cut funding. And this isn't something Trump or his cabinet considered before going to war with Iran. You would expect the best military in the world to calculate risks and engage in war games to plan out any combat operation and the impact that combat operation would have on U.S. citizens in the areas where you were going to start a major combat operation. That you have yourself called a war while not calling it a war. It's one of those places that we're in where Congress is denying the reality of what's happening by saying it's a defensive exercise and therefore not a war, does not require congressional authorization, and by saying that the GOP is castrating Congress's powers, which Congress has the power to declare war and fund wars, not the president. But this is not happening in Trump's regime. Trump bombs first and finds solutions later. No coherent plan, not even any concepts. His military timeline has moved from his civilian 2 weeks and broken the record to 4 to 5 weeks that it's going to take for this military operation to conclude. But then he touted and said that America can continue this war forever. Never mind the fallout, never mind the lives of American service members who are in the face of danger in these military bases, and definitely never mind the lives of the stranded civilians who are in the Middle East by not giving them any support whatsoever to come back home. That's where our State Department is at the moment. While Congress's MAGA majority subpoenas former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to answer questions about Epstein, somebody who has not been in the Epstein files, but the majority is not subpoenaing Donald Trump, who has been mentioned in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times, and according to Representative Raskin, over 1 million times. His name comes up on searches on the computers at DOJ that have the Epstein files. So that's where our country's at right now. Let's hope our citizens can come back to the United States safely, that hopefully airlines provide them with support. A lot of the international airports in the areas where they are supposed to be leaving are closed, so the only way they can actually come home is through military transport, and Donald Trump's regime is not focused on that. That's not one of their priorities. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I have to say this. That America is ill prepared for what is about to happen with the war in Iran, with the destabilization of the oil economy, and with that, a destabilization of everything from the cost of living to how much you pay for any product that you want to buy that is by any means brought to you through energy sources like gasoline. So, thank you for listening. Please stay aware, stay informed, be prepared, and call on your members of Congress to formally authorize Donald Trump and also to provide the federal government enforcement with funding to be able to repatriate or bring back American tourists or repatriate Americans who live in the Middle East for one reason or another, and now it's not safe for them anymore. With that said, thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.